What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We have some pretty interesting news today. We did kind of expect this to be coming out in the next couple of days or so, at least get a bit of an inkling as to what's going to be coming next on Japan. Obviously, on Global, we are going to be getting the Treasure Map Sugo Fest very, very soon, which does introduce the first of which being a Treasure Map legend, a legend that is only pullable on other Treasure Map Sugo Fests. Now, it is interesting that Global is about to get their first legend that debuts on a treasure map, and it looks like Japan is going to be getting their second, and that is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. First of which, a massive shout out to this person right here, at Abo3Wad. They were the people, and Emmanuel, for going ahead and giving us this information here. But we can see that with the, it's not really a V-Jump, it's just another Shonen Jump magazine scan for Treasure Cruise, and we can see that, you know, obviously, you know, Boa Hancock and Perona, the Halloween legends that we talked about a week ago now. So, you know, they're all cool. They're interesting units. They're probably not my favorite legends that have released this year, but they're just interesting, right? And you've also got the Rare Recruit Bonnie and the Rare Recruit Shirahoshi. Obviously, this whole month is basically Halloween themed, and they're continuing that with the treasure map stuff. So here we go. Let's scroll down and have a look. We have a lot of characters here. We have the Halloween brand new batch of treasure map characters. Now, first of which, let's talk about the Robin on the side. It is literally double Robin. Now, the interesting thing is it going to be a dual unit where you can switch between two different Robins, or is it just going to be Robin as a single unit? Very interesting. When the silhouette got released for this character, everyone thought it would have been two different units for Halloween, kind of similar to like a Vivi Rebecca or a Rebecca Viola kind of thing, but they actually just opted to just give us two copies of Robin, or just a Robin with two versions of herself, which is actually pretty cool. A lot of people have asked for a unit like this for a long time, so it's awesome that's actually going to be happening. You can see that the treasure map debuts on the 13th and it will go to the 17th, so it's a 4-day treasure map, pretty typical, but we don't know when the Sugo Fest is going live. I would assume the data download is going to be tonight or tomorrow, so definitely look out for that kind of stuff. But anyways, we see that this is the big thing on the side here. We have this brand new Halloween legend Koala. Now, it is not like a dual unit or anything, it's just Koala by herself. So this month is obviously Halloween related, but it's just going to be Halloween waifus with the Boa, the Perona, the Koala, and look, I wouldn't be shocked at this point if Japan decides to release a Halloween Kizuna legend. Really wouldn't shock me. So I would say, you know, definitely, you know, keep that in the back of your mind, because they might have another Halloween waifu for that. But Koala's pretty interesting. We haven't had a solo Koala legend in the game thus far, so this is the first copy of this unit getting a solo legend, same as which is a Perona, for example. Perona never had a solo legend, and she's finally getting one, so that's pretty cool. So, you know, in terms of other Halloween legends I'd like to see, I mean, Halloween Smoothie, or just a Smoothie in general, I think kind of deserves one. I think that'd be a really good choice. But you know, maybe even like a Halloween Nami. I think that would also be would be pretty cool as well. But anyways, you can see that it's going to be debuting alongside Karissa and Morley, who are going to be like treasure map rare recruits. I believe when Sanji first debuted, he came along with like some Straw Hat characters in their Germa outfits, and I believe all of those Germa Straw Hat characters are only pullable on other treasure map Sugo Fest as well. I would expect the same thing to be happening here, where Karissa and Morley are only pullable on other treasure map Sugo Fests. Now, it's about, you know, what is this character actually even going to do? And honestly, I have absolutely no idea. So we're over here on the database, and we have the Perona and the Hancock, and the really interesting thing I kind of wanted to bring up about them is that, you know, we have Boa, who is quick and free spirit related, and then you've got the Perona, who is int and free spirit related. So I think it would be a pretty safe assumption to guess that she's going to be int or quick that is also a free spirit captain. Alright, I'm going to pause the video right here, because as I was rendering this video, getting it prepared for you guys, we actually had a little bit of a tweet go out from the Bandai Spy that gave us a little bit of an insight as to what these characters are going to be. And we can see that with these icons that Koala is going to be a Dex unit. And in the back of my mind, I had a weird feeling that might happen, considering that we had Perona and Boa be two different colors. So we can see here that, yes, Koala will be a different color from Perona and Boa Hancock, meaning that I would expect this Koala Koala to be a Dex free spirit unit at the minimum. As for her secondary class, I mean, fighter, striker, cerebral, it could be a lot of different things, but that's pretty awesome to know that it's going to be all these different colored legends, but they all are likely going to be free spirit units. Now, the question still remains, are they going to go ahead later on down the line, further this month, to give us additional units for this Halloween batch that are free spirit, that are either Psi or going to be strength characters? My bet would be on a strength character, considering we had, you know, the Yamato last month, who was a Psi unit that was free spirit. Hard to say at this point, but just something very, very interesting that we weren't really expecting to get this information this quickly. But anyways, back to the video with some invalid speculation. And I think it'd be quick or int, free spirit fighter. That probably makes the most sense for Koala, and I think that would be quite suitable. But again, it's going to be another quick super type that boosts quick and free spirit, or another int super type that boosts int and free spirit. So that's a thing that we have to deal with, okay? But either way, another thing I really wanted to talk about as well is that for these two Halloween legends, what they've kind of done is that they've kind of implemented their devil fruit into the actual kit of the character. Boa getting access to the Mirror effects with her super type and also her captain effect, and then you've also got Perona, who has like the additional buff if the enemy is inflicted with the negative status, and then her super type and her special can apply negative to the enemy. So it would be interesting if Koala is somehow able to apply her abilities in the One Piece anime and manga into the actual character of the unit, but I don't really know how they're going to implement that. Maybe she has an ability that's able to bypass defensive effects with her fishman karate kind of thing. I'm not really too sure what they're going to be planning to do, or it could just be like a completely gimmick legend where they're just building a character just for the sake of building a character, like a kit that could be implemented onto any different unit, just that, you know, why not have Koala be a legend for the Halloween? I think it could also go that way as well. But, you know, the one good thing about it is that Koala can get access to some Sabo supports, which is pretty cool, namely super type Sabo to get a chain boost on the final boss stage. It would actually be really cool if she gets access to stuff like that, where maybe potentially the Koala is you know, relating to chain or something like that, because we have this this Sabo right here who has the support, who does attach to any of these Revolutionary Army characters, and when you reach the final stage you get a 0.7 boost to the chain. But the thing about it is that the characters that have debuted recently, being the Boa Hancock and the Perona, both of these characters have specials that are chain locks. So, you know, you have to take that into consideration as well. Are they really going to hinder that support effect because they want to maintain these chain locking effects? I mean, I think that's relatively feasible. I think that's definitely something that could happen. Even just looking at the regular Sabo Koala, obviously they have that really cool switch effect of giving you color affinity, and they remove despair and paralysis off themselves, but they've also got a good special that is an attack boost, so that would be pretty nice to have as well, because I believe with Perona and also Boa Hancock, none of those characters are attack boosters. I mean, you've got a conditional attack boost with Perona, but not a regular attack boost. So if we have the Koala debut as an attack booster, that would be really, really good. Or if they have another really unique ability that's able to remove the beneficial and non-beneficial orb buff and debuff, I think that would be cool if they just implement this effect just on this unit, because there aren't many characters in the game that do this. I think they might be the only one in the game that does it. So it would be nice if they implement this effect back on that unit, and then maybe in the captain effect reduce like paralysis or despair just innately within the captain effect. I would be super happy with that, especially because they're going to be boosting like quick or int as well as free spirit, and probably fighter would be my guess. Could be cerebral, could be striker. It could do a lot of different things with Koala. Another thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the Koalas have a lot of really good debuff removal, so I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they implement the Koala to have a crazy utility special, and then have the rare recruits of Morley and Karasu be dedicated to providing your boosts like your orbs, attack affinity, etc. So we'll have to wait and see how that kind of goes as well. But honestly, they could go so many different ways with this in particular, and I don't really know what they're going to do, but I am excited to see what they're going to do and whether or not they're going to continue this trend throughout the rest of the month and potentially give us a Kizuna Halloween waifu legend as well. I think that would be a little bit overkill, but then again, if it's going to be a month of celebrations, they're going to do a whole month dedicated to this. Potentially, they might just go ahead and stack a legend on every single event. That is a possibility, but all I would have to say is that if this Halloween Halloween Koala legend ends up being on the same caliber as the Perona and the Boa Hancock, I'm going to be disappointed, because the Perona and the Boa are a bit average just comparatively to some other characters that we've had over the past few months. I mean, even like the CP0 Rob Lucci, he's like way better in almost every way comparatively to these two units. So I would like to see this brand new Koala be very, very powerful. I mean, and we have seen with Sanji, when Sanji released, he was kind of like a whatever legend. He's fine. You can definitely clear a lot of content with him. But the thing about him is that there's so many other better side legends in the game that you would rather use as a captain over him. And, you know, from what we've seen from experience, every time they release a Kizuna legend, that unit is typically incredibly broken. I mean, Sanji Pudding is still very good. Fire Tank Pirates are amazing. Ace and Sabo, we already know how good they are. And also Legend Toki, right? So if they're going to release another Kizuna legend, I would expect that unit to be insanely broken. Whereas with treasure map units, it's a little hard to say right now how good this character is actually going to be. But let me know down below in the comment section, what are you guys expecting with a Halloween Koala legend? Very interested to see how they kind of build this unit. But that is going to wrap up this one today, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.